Good morning, Catalyst 2022. How's everyone feeling this morning? This is the first ever Catalyst 2022. So you guys are the first to experience this amazing session that we have for you today. So first off, we have a lot of exciting things. We have great panelists. We have great discussions. We have an incredible yacht party that everyone must come to this evening. Is everyone excited for that? So, first off, let's give a big thank you to Jake and Deven for putting together all the incredible content and then all the creators that are going to be here today speaking with everyone. Let's start this off. Jake, where you at, Jake? Let's bring Jake to the stage.
Is this on? There you go. Good morning, everyone. I also want to bring Deven up.
Hey, everyone. Hey, this is Jake. This has been awesome. It's crazy to see everyone here in person. So for those of you that don't know, we're in Miami, so welcome to Miami. This started out like earlier this spring. We were talking about all the webinars the partnerships leaders have been doing. I got involved in that last year, and we're like, what if we take all this content, all these amazing leaders, and bring them into one location, in person, and get this incredible mind share in one place. And it started out as kind of just a pie-in-the-sky idea, and now we're here. Now it's actually happening. So thank you all so much for being here and taking your time out of your schedules to be a part of this.
Yeah, absolutely. And we wouldn't be here without the support of the local Miami tech scene. So I'd love to introduce Matt and Francesca supporting the emergence of Miami tech here.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. It is great to see people up so early in Miami.
I know. Starting just about on time. There's such a thing called Miami time,
Yes.
which is not exactly on time.
When we get all of you to move here, we hope that you arrive 15 to 20 minutes late everywhere. You're going to blame it on the traffic, on the weather.
Yes, when you guys move here and you're having like friends over for dinner, I mean, you'll graduate to the point when people show up on time. You're like, whoa, this is, you're early.
Right. My mom thinks that it's very rude if somebody arrives at her house for dinner on time. That they're not getting invited back. But we are delighted to be here with you all. Welcome to the 305. I'm Francesca de Quesada, Covey. I have the honor of serving as Mayor Levine Cava's Tech and Innovation Advisor, and I'm also a partner at the Venture City, which is a local VC firm here in Miami. And before I moved home to Miami, I'm originally from Miami, I was living in San Francisco where I was working and growing BD and partnerships team at Facebook. I still call it Facebook because I left before the transition to the name. And so I know very well what you all do, and I've been in your shoes, and I wish that there had been a conference like this when I was in partnerships.
Yeah. Absolutely. And our great hope is that this is the first of many Catalyst conferences here in Miami going forward. So my name is Matt Haggman. So I'm originally from Boston, like so many of you. All right. Like so many of you, and like so many people across Miami, we all come from someplace else, and in various ways put our stamp on this community. I came here to work as a journalist, worked at the Miami Herald. I thought it'd be a year or two, and instead found home. And went on to a place called Knight Foundation, where, believe it or not, 10 years ago, launched a program with this really far-fetched idea of building a tech and startup community in Miami. And so now, 10 years later, to see you all here and to think about with you all what can come next is just such an exciting moment in Miami. And right now, my role is working at a place called Beacon Council, which is the economic development organization for the whole greater Miami area, leading a new initiative called Opportunity Miami, where we're really leaning into where do we go next as we think about Miami's economic future. What are those next big things, and what can we do to solve for them, and how do we rally the community around addressing them? And our great hope in welcoming you is also to extend an invitation, right? The Miami story is an evolving one. And as we think about where to next, our great hope is Miami is not only a place that you visit and have a great time in, but also a place that you sort of make your own and really lean into.
Matt is being incredibly humble when he talks about what he did 10 years ago. When you think about Miami Tech, the Knight Foundation was fundamental in changing the perception around Miami Tech. Before Matt's work at Knight Foundation, Miami was known for a lot of amazing things. But it was mostly a city that was known for flash and tourism and hospitality. And we have very important, very structural businesses here, but we weren't known for that. And through the work that Matt did at Knight Foundation, he was able to change the narrative with all of our community leaders. And that's one of the things that makes Miami and Miami-Dade County very different, is that we are at the forefront of change. And we take a community-wide approach to how we're building the tech scene. And so when I was deciding to come back from San Francisco, one of the things that to me was really interesting is that it feels that there's a part of this that feels that you're at a startup. We're a very young city. And so it's a all-hands approach to what we're going to build. And there's no one here that has been doing it for so long that ideas aren't welcome. One of the things that I get asked a lot, oh, sorry.
Well, can I mention one
Yes.
thing? So in so many ways, Chessie is an illustration of the success of Miami. That is that Chessie, who grew up here, which as you'll find that there are not a lot of people who you run into that say, I'm from Miami, I grew up in Miami. But those you do, oftentimes, the old story was they'd go off to Silicon Valley and work at places like Facebook, and then you would never see them again. But now, you're seeing people like Chessie come back. So in so many ways, that Chessie is an illustration of the success that Miami is.
Thank you. One of the things that I get asked a lot, and Matt, I think it would be really helpful for us to set this context, is you said that you worked for a mayor of Miami-Dade County whose name is Mayor Levine Cava, but I have heard of another mayor in Miami. How are there so many mayors? So I think we should ground them in that. Matt, how are there so many mayors?
Sure. So we have a county called Miami-Dade County, which is the largest county in Florida. It's nearly 3 million people. And within that, we have 34 different cities. The city of Miami Beach, the city of Miami, where I live, and the city of Coral Gables, and you can go on. And it's with those, and so each one of those places, of course, we like a little complexity. Each one of those places has its own mayor. So we have a mayor of Miami-Dade County. We have a mayor of the city of Miami, Francis Suarez, who we all know. And of course, Mayor Daniella Levine Cava, our mayor of Miami-Dade County. Mayor Dan Gilbert here in Miami Beach. So we have no shortage of mayors in Miami. And opinions.
And opinions.
Yes.
And opinions. And so I'm here on behalf of the mayor. She wasn't able to be here because she's gearing up for budget season, but to welcome you. To Matt's earlier point about how we're building this from scratch, the mayor is focused on 4 E's: economy, engagement, equity, and environment. And so we're going to tee up some of the ways that we would love for you, the tentacles of the organization. That's how we always talked about it when I was in partnerships, that partnerships folks are the tentacles that go out, get information, get really valuable information. They're speaking to people, they're constantly thinking about building, and they bring it back to the organization to build the best product that you can. So how you can help us achieve our goals around the economy, equity, engagement, and the environment.
And just a few quick things before we leave you for this awesome program is that, and sometimes the Miami narrative can be sort of sticky. We have sort of we make different associations with Miami. Just wanted to share very quickly some things about Miami that may surprise or may affirm. Number one, so uniquely diverse and international. The stat I always love to share, 54% of residents in all of Miami-Dade County, so big sample size, born outside the US, right? No city has that. So really presents in so many ways, sort of, almost where the whole country is going as we're becoming more diverse and more international. Number two, as we think about our colleges and universities, Miami's home to the largest and most diverse campus-based college in the entire US, Miami-Dade College, and also is home to one of the largest and for sure the most diverse public research university in the country, Florida International University. And of course, you all know about University of Miami. But in terms of the system of higher education here, oftentimes it surprises that what's been built here in Miami. And Miami's art and culture life. I hope you guys last night and tonight and going forward have really gotten a sense of that. Of course, with Art Basel coming here, the biggest contemporary art fair in North America. But also we're seeing neighborhoods completely revitalized around the arts. I can remember back in the day when Wynwood was just getting started, And of course, I hope you all can make it over and check it out on how it's evolved. But one of the things that's really interesting is we've had 5 different cultural institutions, from our PAM, our Contemporary Art Museum, to Frost Science, to our center, our Performing Arts Center, to New World Center right over here, which is an orchestral, the leading orchestral academy in the U.S. All of them have built new homes in the last 15 years. And in so many cities, that would be many generations. What I tried to say, all that underscore, is that Miami is this evolving, developing story where each one of us can put our stamp on it and shape it, and invite you all to be part of that. As Miami moves forward, and hope this is the first of many, many years for Catalyst to be here in Miami.
So we have a challenge for all of you. We are focused, the mayor always talks about this, that we're ground zero for climate change, sea level rise, some of the healthcare inequities that we're seeing, financial literacy issues. We know that technology can solve it, and we are focused on thinking about how technology can solve some of these problems and how we, as Miami-Dade, can be a leader in solving some of these challenges that all cities globally are going to be facing. And when we think about one of the things that we're missing is operators. And all of us in this room, we're operators. We know how to make technology companies grow. We know how to make them scale. We know how to make them profitable. We know how to make technology companies work. And we need more people, like everyone in this room, to come and help us build Miami. So what I would leave you with is Matt and I are happy to help answer any questions that you have in Miami. But if you are thinking about real impact, where you could go that is going to be driving forward some of the best innovation that we're going to see to solve those really, really, really big questions, come to Miami, come help us build, and come be a part of this community.
Join us. Have a great day. Thank you.
Let's give Matt and Francesca another big round of applause. Thank you so much to the County of Miami for having Catalyst 2022.